We throwing us a 1.5 speed. Kenzo Balla still being outside, beef with BmgUpperClass and BlockWork and more.
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today I'm in here with Kenzo Balla.
So
I had a
man?
question. Does Keem got a release date? Nope.
What's up, man?
How you feeling,
Active,
man? What's going
I
on?
ain't gonna lie, man.
I think he has probation hold, whatever that means.
Up here, it's a movie. I ain't going front.
Definitely. We've been tapping in with the Bronx quite a bit lately. And my man Flacco put me on your music and everything, but then he wasn't able to actually be here today, so I had to just...
Yeah, shout out Flacco, man.
Shout out Flacco.
Really in tune with this Bronx shit.
He's a little too in tune with it. Because I had to kind of like get on him the other day because he was asking about somebody's like, ops, and he was laughing a little too hard at something happening to them. I was like, you can't take too much joy in what's going on out there. That's their business. You can listen to it.
It's real life situations.
You can't love it too much.
You feel this type of way.
You feel me? But okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself, where exactly you're from and everything.
Well, I'm from the Bronx, New York, from the 5th, 165, some shit area, like, feel me? Grew up in the Bronx, for me. It's just like, over there, the Bronx is just different, bro. It's like, I ain't gonna lie, you see everything out there, for real.
My event, ECG, got to get on that.
Yeah, because I lived in Bushwick and Queens and shit back in the day, and that was kind of always the reputation. And like when we would see people come from the Bronx, BMX-wise and stuff, they would always have like a little bit of something different about them. There was a lot of wild people from out there.
No, yeah.
So you were exposed to a lot as a young kid in terms of just seeing shit in New York?
Definitely. As a young kid, in the Bronx, a lot of kids get exposed to a lot of shit they're not supposed to see at a certain age, but it's just like that's how the environment is out there.
Right.
It's just crazy.
So
See, this is why I think when Flacco's here, I think the problem is like Adam just doesn't want to like act like he knows what he's talking about or something, but Adam's good at like interviewing like rappers. Like he doesn't even know like the politics and everything to get a good interview out of people. You feel me? If Adam just like did like the first part of the interview where he asked him about his life and him growing up, and then like they just threw the lob to Flacco and then he starts asking about like the politics and the questions people actually want to hear, that would be a fire interview. I just feel like Adam just takes a back seat on a lot of shit. He doesn't really like know much, so he just doesn't say much.
Neighborhood was crazy.
When in reality, his opinion means a lot, and you feel me? I don't know, his question means a lot.
And do you grow up in like a certain project or something? Because I know a lot of these Bronx rappers are from certain areas.
We not like the Bronx. They got projects and they got like side blocks. So we from the side blocks. We not from the projects.
Okay.
But for me, we from like apartment buildings.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what were your parents like? What was the scene like in your home?
Yeah, my mom for me. Shout out my mom for me. She been through it. They do everything. Like my pops too. He was there for a little minute for me. Then they separated. So when my pops was for me, I always talk to my pops and shit. But my mom for me, I grew up with my mom for like the rest of my life. My pops was there for half.
Okay.
He always was there, but he wasn't in the household for me.
Right. Did that change things for you once he left the house?
Yeah, I think that always changed for people, for everybody, especially your pops not in the household no more, and then you outside, you were from the Bronx, not even from the Bronx, you from the hood, regardless, you outside. It just changed certain shit. You don't got your dad there to really guide you all the time for me, so you might make wrong decisions.
Right, and there's only so much that your mom can really relate to, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. So was it in your area? Was it like you were kind of getting pressed or having to like deal with confrontations from an early age, or was it aggressive like that?
In the area, my area for me was just like for me, all kids for me, different blocks that's around the area for me. We grow up with each other. Certain if you get younger, if you get older, for me, certain might start beefing and shit like that. For me, certain shit like that, like get into confrontation, but it be little kids, shit, little fighting when we younger, shit like that. Little teenagers be fighting and all that, back to back, chasing them and shit. Regular shit for me. Right. And then sometimes though, the people that you got beef with when you're younger, you won't got beef with them when you're older. But the people that you cool with when you're younger, when you get older, there's beef with them.
Right.
That's how it be.
There's a lot of truth. How old are you now?
I'm 20.
20. So like, that's pretty crazy because I mean that means that you, even when you were in high school and the Bronx drill stuff was starting to pop off, right? Yeah. Do you remember when you first kind of got exposed to music that you even thought of being in that category?
No, definitely. From even when it was just drill music, period, from Chicago, right. From Brooklyn drill music, and it was always Bronx drill music, but we just wasn't
popping off yet.
We wasn't lit yet. For me, Brooklyn was lit. For me, they had it for a minute, but Bronx drill rap, we was all rapping and shit, but it's just like certain people would be known, but it would be very little for me.
So when did you get interested in music in general, or was it just always around your
I always was interested. I always was into the music though. Always was trying to I was always being a.
I still find it crazy that Flash, M-Dub, and them took Kenzo and TG on a what? Like you should be listening to anything anybody says.
For my brother TG,
just always around
rapping and shit, but it's just like certain people would be known, but it would be very little for me.
So when did you get interested in music in general, or was it just always around your
I always was interested. I always was into the music though. Always was trying to I was always being in the crib with my brother TG. Shout out TG Crippy. For me, that's my blood brother.
Right.
We had to do my music with him too.
Yeah,
so maybe he was always in the stool. We always be even before we went to the stool. He was in the crib, just throwing on beats, freestyling with the bros and shit, writing shit, just trying shit out and seeing like how we feel about it. For me, like we knew that something that we wanted to do. We just say no. For me, if we could really do it. OD.
Or one thing that I seen Adam do, was he used to have like notes, like he would get through like the first part, like the easy part, like what was your upbringing, like like the normal questions they ask in interviews, and then he would have a list of like I think things like he looked up on Reddit for like other rappers, not necessarily saying like drill rappers, but other rappers, and he would have questions and like ask him about like it says like you got into the and then like he would have the other rapper explain it or the rapper explain it. I mean that could be another thing. Cause I just like Flacco just be all over the place. That's why I don't like sometimes the interview being wild because you asking wild ass questions and like he don't think it's a wild question, but it is to ask somebody that. You feel me? And it's like there really doesn't have like no like flow. Like he'll ask like, Shot G's, oh, we seen a video of you on a stretcher. Do you get shot? Yeah, I got shot. We seen you crash your car. What was that? Oh, I got caught lagging. You feel me? It just like, I don't know. It feels like it's all over the place type shit. Let me move my camera back.
Is that your phone that's like vibrating every 2 seconds? Sorry.
Yeah, it's going crazy. We turn my show.
Yeah. So were you making music on like street related shit from the beginning? Was that part of your life before the music?
Yeah. Oh yeah. From when I started music, it was just about street, honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just everywhere around you.
Exposed to, hell yeah.
Right. And then when you start making music, it's like the most interesting thing you get to talk about. So it just kind of goes in that direction.
Bro, but there are vids with them though.
For me, and sometimes it puts you in a different mindset. Sometimes
they were just cool, I think.
Take you away from certain shit.
Right.
That's going on around.
But you make drill music and you make like heartfelt R&B type music. So like, which one's more challenging?
The heartfelt music is definitely more challenging because the drill, I'm so used to that. For me, the heartfelt drill music, I have to really like tap into that mode for me and really like
love drill.
My craft and that. For me, the drill, that's something I grew up on. I listened to all the time, all drill artists. So it's like that's something that wasn't hard for me.
Right. But I mean, yeah, because you have to be a lot more vulnerable to make the sort of heartfelt music. You have to be willing to show like a side of yourself that has a little bit of sensitivity, right?
Right.
But I also feel like the challenge with making drill music is like, how do you make it different than all the other songs that have come before? Because there's such like a formula to drill, and it's like I do when I listen to your music, I'm like, okay, this is somebody who actually has musical talent and is actually trying to push things and make drill music that actually stands out. But there's like so much of it that it's gonna be kind of tough to stand out.
Yeah, hell yeah, it get kind of tough for me. It does get tough for me. Like only like. For me, I'm still underrated in the drill. For me, in the drill culture.
100%, bro.
Me, you got certain fans and shit like that, but it's just be certain times it's be hard to like get certain people to that new audience to that music. Cause certain people they don't really hear it, or certain people don't really like think about drill music as like switching it up to go into like heartfelt type shit. They just think that when you go keep hearing like aggressive crazy shit. So
right, because I feel like that is the thing for a lot of drill rappers.
Might be right, not for drill, but still crazy that they was taking trips together. Yeah,
rappers is like, can you sort of break out of that initial mold that a lot of people sort of fit into in the beginning?
But then you see like people like Shot G's and Nas, Loke, and K Flock, they was locked up together. They were in the same like juvenile together. They had that picture together. That was from like Juvie, I think. It was like not a rehabilitation thing, but it was to help like get kids back on track, and that's why they were suited up and everything. You feel me? They like damn near grew up together basically. They were just from different blocks.
And you look at somebody like Dirk, where he might still make some music that sounds like drill music from time to time, but he also like most of his music really doesn't sound anything like that.
Nah, that's a fact. He switched it up. He know how to he tapped into a whole different bag, and that got him a whole different crowd.
Who?
Right, because I feel like that is the thing for a lot of drill rappers is like, can you sort of break out of that initial mold that a lot of people sort of fit into in the beginning? And you look at somebody like Dirk, where he might still make some music that sounds like drill music from time to time, but he also like most of his music really doesn't sound anything like that.
Nah, that's a fact. He switched it up. He know how to he tapped into a whole different bag, and that got him a whole different crowd, a whole different audience too.
Right, because it's always crazy when you're looking at somebody's YouTube channel and you'll see that like you sort by most popular videos, and all the songs that are about killing ops will have 5 million views, and then all the shit that they did something a little bit more experimental will have less than 1 million, and that's like a very common thing for me to see. Or you go look at somebody's most popular songs, and the #1 song is going to be the song where they're smoking on everybody.
Yeah, it's always like that. I don't know. I guess that's just what they like. But it's like, so they would say, "Oh, y'all need to switch it up." But then when they switch it up, but they still like attach to the drill sound more, even though they don't want to hear it. Like, that's really what they want to hear.
That's what I be saying, bro. And I know I'm like, I don't like love drill or like that. Like, you feel me? Y'all know, like, but it's just like Kenzo Balla shit. Like, I'm gonna sound crazy, but it's like his shit just different, bro. Like, I fuck with his shit. Like the Lose Control, like Losing Control Part 2. Like, he has so many good songs. The Wonder song on the On the Radar freestyle, the shit he just dropped. Like, he has so many songs that I like. I'm fucking with, bro, and it's different. I don't know, bro. I don't get that from many drill artists that try to switch it up. I don't know. Maybe this shit's just not good to me. But I do fuck with a couple other songs from different people. I can't think off the top of my head, but I know I do fuck with like. I do give them their props when they try to switch it up, because you feel me, it's hard to do that and make it sound good.
They want to hear it. They want to hear the smoking on dads. They want to hear all that.
But when you're saying that kind of shit in music, are you thinking about people locally who are hearing it, or are you thinking about all these fucking like small white children, or even like late 30s men like me who are listening to it that are kind of just intrigued by whatever you're talking about, even if it doesn't actually pertain to our lives at all?
I'm thinking about everybody. I make it for everybody to vibe to.
Right.
I don't care who it is, no matter where you from. I make that music for everybody.
Right.
Everybody catch a vibe to it.
Definitely. So, okay, when did you actually start taking the music seriously though?
I would say end of 2019, 2020.
Damn.
I started really taking it like serious.
Damn. 2019, 2020. I've listened to a couple old Kenzo Balla songs. Damn. That's when he would say he would take it serious. I feel like after Fifth to the Set, that's when he was a full-time rapper.
Serious.
COVID era. Did that change things? Like you weren't going to work or going to school or anything like that?
Going to school and shit. So it was like we had to find something to do. We was always in the streets. So it was like we're not going to be in the streets all day, every day. So it was like let's go get a stew session for me. All the guys used to always link up, all of us, just all go to the stew.
Okay. So who's in your crew? Anybody we know?
For me, yeah, for me, we got DOA side too. For me, that's 50 to 7. The 7 is for me, K Flock, Dougie.
So you were already down with them by this point. When did you get down with them exactly?
Oh yeah, those been the bros. Those been the bros for like a couple years now.
Okay.
Yeah, we been linked up from like those the bros. We knew them personally.
Okay. And so
especially Dougie and Flock.
I guess even K Flock wasn't really popping off like the beginning of COVID, right?
Yeah, he wasn't.
That's kind of crazy.
He just started too. Everybody was just trying to get him. He was just trying to.
Opinion, it was 2022. Now I can't say that. I think 50 to 7 was a song that popped them off, and it was like after that, they were releasing songs like all three of them, like TG, Kenzo, and then you would have an extra person from 50 to 7, like P. Ray Balla, Chase. You feel me? They would have someone extra. That's when I felt like they took it serious, bro. They was releasing way more, and it just felt like they was just taking it more serious. But then I think what you're referring to, like the early 2022, was when Kenzo started releasing by himself. He started releasing music by himself, and I was like, that's what really like gravitated me towards like Kenzo Balla, because he was making so many good songs I can listen to over and over again. You feel me? Like I always feel with Kenzo Balla's verses, but it was like when he has a whole song, 2-minute song by himself, and I can listen to that shit over and over again, that makes me a fan. Yeah, that is one. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah, that is wild. But so, okay, you already had a bunch of friends who were like being successful music-wise. Was that a big factor in you taking it more serious? Was just seeing the fact that like a bunch of people you knew?
Of course, that was motivation. I was already taking it serious. So once I see my bros and niggas I grew up with that came up from nothing, that's going.
His work ethic since then been different. Yes, a fact. Whenever he made his own YouTube channel, that was the best thing he could have done, because it's like he's released so many music videos, and on top of that, all these freestyles, like the Red Light freestyle, he's done 2 On the Radar freestyles. Like he just blesses the fans with so much music. It's hard to keep up. Like I say that because I have a whole playlist of Kenzo Balla songs, like no dick sucking shit, and it's like 30 songs, and that's just the project, the deluxe, and then all the features he's done, all the solo songs that wasn't even on the project. Like he just has so much music, bro. His work ethic's different, bro. Like,
doing what they need to do for me, of course.
And it's like that's why I get on like people like Sage Really's ass that hasn't released that many dolo tracks. Cause I'm like, bro, he should be on the same level as like he should. I think Kenzo Balla should be on another level, but I think Sage Really should be on that same level as Kenzo Balla should be on. You feel me? If that makes sense. Cause I think Kenzo Balla is like right here, just saying like in general, but he should be all the way up here. Sage Really's like I feel like right below Kenzo Balla or a little bit below, but he should be at that same level Kenzo Balla should be at. You feel me? I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah.
Motivate me to do more.
Right, definitely. And you weren't at the beginning of 2020. Like, did you feel like you got an audience from working with them or just being around them, or like was it a certain song in particular that just hit?
Yeah, it was a certain song that just hit crazy, because at that time for me we was like everybody knew we fuck with each other, but we wasn't making no music or nothing at that time with them and shit like that.
Right.
We just for me bros and shit. But the song when we dropped like 50 to 7, we dropped the song called 50 to 7. Me, TG, and my son P. Free P. Feel me? We dropped that shit. That shit just went crazy. Like.
And so you didn't really do anything to promote it. It just went nuts on its own.
We even do nothing for that shit. We just posted it.
That's wild.
And it just went crazy.
That's
I don't know what it was about that shit. It was just for me. That's when the single wave first started popping too in New York. So we just like in the Bronx really. So that shit just went crazy.
Okay, so
that shit.
How much of your life changed from that though? You said you probably had to start taking the whole music thing way more serious.
Yeah, after that, like once I hit my first 1 million views off that video in like a month and a half, like we had 1 million views already in a month. So he's like, for me, we gotta go crazy. And then from right there, we just started going to the studio, started shooting mad videos, we was booking our videos ahead of time. Like we gonna have a video this day. We calling the
Free Flock and all that, but I don't know if he really took it serious. I ain't gonna lie, I heard K Flock's mom speak about K Flock. K Flock was taking the shit serious from the start. He wanted to pop off. Like maybe he wasn't releasing as much, but he knew that he couldn't give the fans a whole bunch of music, because maybe that's Kenzo Balla's problem, is he's releasing too much music and the fans can't keep up with the shit. Maybe that's it. You feel me? But K Flock was the type to always give out quality over quantity. He's gonna give out a song, wait 2 months, drop another song. He's gonna release like consistently, but every 2 months. But when he's gonna drop, it's gonna be a hit. Shad was doing that. He made it work for a little bit, and then New Op dropped. He's been on their ass. Like the last 2 months, he released 3 or 4 songs. He's never done that before in his career. And it's like, you feel me? Some people, it works for some people, it doesn't work for some people. You feel me? That just is what it is. Kenzo Balla's taking the quantity route, but he's also giving a lot of quality too. You feel me? But sometimes being a rapper and releasing so much music, it's not good for him. But you feel me? I think for drill, that's the best thing you could do is quantity over quality. But the quality can't be bad if you're gonna do quantity.
Video means and just booking them shit to just shoot it.
Right.
It's like we gotta go crazy, because we seen what this shit could do already. And we seen like the spotlight was about to be on the Bronx crazy.
Right. Definitely.
Everybody was going crazy.
So like, how much did it change things when K Flock got locked up?
Flock got locked up, of course. Like for me, it brought a lot of us down. Like damn, like for me, because he was like the blueprint for this shit. He had this shit. Like he started this shit. Like he put this shit in he kicked a lot of doors down. For me, say that for me. So he's like, we just gotta, for me, keep this shit going for him at that point. Like, when he get locked up for me till he get home, for me, we just gotta keep this shit going and keep DOA alive for me.
Have you stayed in communication with him since he's been locked up?
I mean, we talking on the Flock once in the blue. I be sending my number out. So, you know, certain times you send your number out to people, they don't get it, but you gotta get on the phone with your own personal time. But I definitely been on the phone with Flocky in good spirits.
It's gotta be kind of weird too, because you can't talk about shit while they're locked up, right?
Hell yeah. Can't talk about a lot of shit, but for me, it's not a lot of shit to talk about anyway. For me, you gotta move tight.
Yeah, whenever I get on the phone with somebody who's locked up, it's like everything that I can think of to say is either
you
like,
don't want to say it.
Yeah, I don't want to say it because it's being recorded, or I don't want to talk about some cool shit that I'm doing in my life because I feel like that's
then
he's like it just looks like bragging in comparison to where they're at.
Oh God.
So you feel like DOA is still going strong, or do you feel like it's kind of at a weird point right now?
Nah, hell yeah, we still going strong, bro. We still going strong. I ain't gonna lie, bro. We got everybody in the city know that.
Because just traditionally, when the boss gets locked up or the biggest star gets locked up, a lot of times that can cause some like weird effects going on within the crew. So I feel like a lot of people got their eyes open for that.
For me, of course it does. Yeah, of course it causes some problems and shit. But old brothers, everybody go through their little shit, and everybody, for me, if niggas is real brothers, that shit not gonna take nowhere. For me, niggas gonna get back together, and that's why, as far as DOA, we always did that. We always, even if niggas down in arguments or shit like that, niggas always came back together and got that shit right. I can't say the same for everybody else. You see what's going on in the town.
Right, there's a lot of bullshit going on. Yeah, even when I was interviewing a couple guys the other day, that I understand you don't go along with it. They were making it clear that the K-Flock thing did have a big ass influence on them as well. That just kind of opened doors for everybody.
Yeah. For me, it's glad. For me, it's a good thing out there.
You're right, but still, if he just had recorded more shit, he could deadass still have the relevancy he had early 2022. He hasn't fallen off or nothing, but his views definitely been staggering. I ain't gonna say he fell off, but his views definitely not the same. So it's like he definitely isn't at that same level that he was at when he went in. You feel me? Unfortunately, and I don't know. Yeah, you are talking about like the fact that he doesn't have a lot of songs recorded. That's just something that. It's unfortunate, bro. It just varies artist to artist. Kenzo Balla is one of them guys that has been on for a year and a half, so he's been blessed to record hella songs, and K-Flock just wasn't that lucky. But I do think he should have had. Like I said, everybody's work ethic is different. You feel me? How they record a song is different. Kenzo Balla can go to the studio and record 3 songs in an hour, when K-Flock wants to do 1 song in 2 hours. You feel me? Just make sure it's perfect. You feel me? It's just different. And you feel me? No one knew that whole situation with K-Flock was going to happen, so it's very unfortunate. But, yeah, I know what you're talking about, though.
They admitted that because they wouldn't really admit that before.
So what's up with it? What's the song called? Dead G's or some shit?
Yeah,
you hate these dudes. Where's that come from?
Oh no, that was just a story that just needed to come out. That needed to come out. Niggas were just trying to like do too much for me, bro. Like I had to show niggas like for me, I could do the same thing on the same beat and go even more crazy on that shit.
Right. So when a lot of the dudes that they're talking about and smoking on whatever, those are people that you were actually friends with.
Hell yeah.
So how would you say that feels, especially seeing the music do well and get views and stuff? Does that actually like hurt your feelings, or how would you describe it?
I can't say it hurt my feelings like for me, because this the streets, bro. This shit is like this is what's happening. Like niggas gonna smoke on your dad, you gonna smoke on niggas' dads. For me, especially when y'all really into it, makes it just make you like fuck that. I'm about to go to the stool, I'm about to violate these niggas. Like I'm about to show these niggas some shit. Like, I'm about to show these
hurt your feelings.
That's it. And I just put that shit into my music instead.
I know what you meant though.
Well, that's good. But do you worry about how it influences the kids and shit?
Bro, probably when like 2 years, a year ago, I was like, damn, these little kids and shit. But niggas don't care about that. No. Everybody was like that, but everybody, once the TikTok shit got lit and the wave, all that, for me, all the kids gonna start listening to older songs. They gonna start dating to older songs. And 9 times out of 10, it's barely when you find a kid that only listen to one side. It's always be kids that listen to everybody. So it's not like niggas choosing sides, but it be certain kids that do.
Right, like you'd have to be a crazy.
It's definitely a couple of kids I know that just like to comment on comments and go in the comment section acting like they from that side. Shit weird as fuck.
Ass fucking person to like love YoungBoy and love Dirk, but only listen to one because you feel like that's your man. You know, like completely forget about the other side.
No funny shit.
I think that's like a pretty
crazy.
Yeah, that's just
stupid.
I mean, it might make sense locally, like if you actually are friends with these people and shit, for sure. That makes sense. Yeah.
Anyway, so
definitely. But okay. So do you like? So who'd you actually sign to? That's one thing I wanted to ask.
I signed a 10K project.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, 10K.
How's that going?
That shit going good, man. It's going good, man. Shit going great. Just dropped Project Deluxe for me. We got a whole lot of shit coming. I'm going crazy this year.
Right. So you know, is 6ix9ine still signed to them?
I don't even know.
Yeah, because I don't feel like I've heard anything about it. But
I know he was signed to them though.
He also has barely put out music since he's been out.
I don't pay attention to that. Nigga.
Did you do other label meetings and stuff though, like leading up to this?
Yeah, Kenzo and TG signed to 10K. I want to say at the start of 2022, if I remember correctly. It was a while ago though. I know they dropped a while ago. Yeah, I remember looking up on I think it was in one of their descriptions, like it was 10K projects like claim the videos. I was like, damn, he's on 10K. I looked on their website and it was like they had a picture of like TG and Kenzo, or they had his names listed. I was like, damn, I didn't know that.
So was it like
that was a while back?
Labels were you talking to?
Yeah.
I was like probably like 2 other labels that hit me up for me, but for me when I met up with 10K, I met up with Solomon for me. My son Solomon signed XXX for me. Yeah. So my son Solomon and shit. Hell yeah. So we linked up and shit, and they the vibe and everything for me. When we talked about it, they had our best for me interest in everything other than the other 2.
Nah, that's a fact. Yeah, that's exactly why. Like I looked at Kenzo Balla shit and I was like, yeah, the label doing that.
Other 2 labels.
That's dope though. Solomon, like his track record is insane
Crazy,
at this point.
hell yeah.
So what kind of game did he give you, or what kind of stuff did he say to you about your career that actually made you really believe in him?
Feel me, bro? He was like, bro, like, he just believed in me for a minute, bro. Cause Solomon, bro, before I was doing regular drill music just in the street, feel me, he would just be reacting to my shit. He text me once in the blue, and then one day, I just text me. He was telling me like, feel me, how he really feel about my music and shit. We got on the phone and shit. He was just telling me like, bro, like you could do something different with the drill scene. Like I already see it, like, and that's how I was feeling. For me, I feel like I could like break into a whole different zone in the drill movement. For me, and make it like a different category to the shit. So he was just telling me shit like that. He's like, what you gotta do is really just work for me, get in the studio, perfect your craft, and just work hard for me and try to work over everybody else.
Yeah,
that's what you gotta do.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like in recent memory, the Ice Spice thing really like made Bronx drill way bigger, put more eyeballs on it. Even though she is like in a completely different category as a girl and she's not really talking about street shit or whatever, I still feel like that put so much more of a light on it and made people realize like, oh, this shit is not over ever since K-Flock got locked up or whatever. Like this sound is fucking huge and it's not going anywhere, and it's still very much to be decided like who are gonna be the biggest rappers coming in with this sort of movement.
Right, hell yeah, I ain't gonna lie. She definitely put a bigger light on the Bronx for a fact. I can't even say she didn't. But for me, the Bronx was already lit as fuck. We was the littest city in the borough. We was the littest borough in the city anyway.
He right though. He needed that one TikTok hit, and then he put out his love drill shit on the map.
But that shit was just interesting to me because it's like non-violent drill, which is something we haven't really seen before. It's like it's the sonic version of it. And I said this on another podcast that Ron Suno kind of is like that too, because I knew Ron Suno when he was really just a comedian who was kind of trying to get his music going, and now he actually has really popular music, and he's not really putting out the same negativity that a lot of drill rappers might be fucking with.
Yeah, it's a fact. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, and Ice Spice though, yeah, I wasn't expecting her to really be rapping about no drill shit anyway, for me because of her image and shit. So that was good though, because I made the drill shit to show that we got another different category. Even for other females that want to get into drill shit, now they don't gotta rap about drilling shit, which 99% of these bitches don't do. Feel me? Rap about some sexy shit or some shit.
So I got to interview Murder B soon.
Oh shit.
You don't appreciate the fact that she be fucking shooting people in her songs and shit?
Oh no, for me, I ain't gonna lie, but Murder B for me, she's not like she ain't been in the trenches, like and been outside and been for me around.
So she's a real person who's around in the Bronx and all that.
Yeah, she been around in the Bronx for me. I ain't gonna say she been going crazy, but for me, she been out there.
Because from like a LA perspective, I don't know. I guess sometimes I have a girl rapping who's like affiliated with a gang or whatever. Sometimes, but it's very rare. It doesn't really happen.
Yeah, but in Cali you got a lot of girls that's in gangs. They just not rapping.
Yeah,
feel me? That's the thing.
I feel like the dudes in the gangs would tell them like, hey,
no
rapping.
It's more females in gangs in Cali than in New York for a fact.
You think?
It's just that. For me, the Cali girls just don't really rap like that. For me, New York female, they see the drill wave and all that. Now they trying to rap.
Right, but do you think that girls should even try to get affiliated with that type of shit, or should they stay the fuck out of it?
I can't tell nobody nothing, man. Whatever they want to do, that's all done for me. Everybody ain't own person.
Right.
For me, that's all done for me. It's like the way this shit is now is just so different from how it was before. So it's like certain females don't give a fuck, certain niggas don't give a fuck. So it's like do what you gonna do. Just make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you're moving right.
One of my friends, like a girl got killed in the hood, and I was just like, damn, that's crazy as fuck. They ran up and just shot this bitch in the head in her car or whatever. And he told me, he's like, bro, but she was killed.
Why do these DOA motherfuckers jack her, bro? It's just bad for the image. She did not know any of these motherfuckers she dissing. It's something. You feel me? And Kenzo didn't even like gas it. He was like, yeah, she been around. She ain't do like a lot. Like he definitely didn't like gas her or do anything. But I seen people talk about Murder B and go crazy and talk like so highly of her, like she really like that. Not saying that she's not like that. I have no idea, but I'm just saying like I feel like there's something like I don't know, bro. Like you feel me? I don't know how to explain it, bro. I just feel like there's something like on the back end that we not looking at or we can't look at that's going on with Murder B. Like I don't know how to explain it, but I'm telling you, bro. There's more to Murder B's story than we know. If you got people that are from DOA, everybody that talks about Murder B from DOA, Nazi BK, Kenzo Balla, TG Crippy, this person, that person, SB, every block talking so highly of her, but then we see these videos of her, and not saying that, you feel me, when she was younger, that has anything to do with what she did, you feel me, when she was older, but I'm just saying, like, there's been so many videos of her, like, looking crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. And I don't know if she's like that. I don't know what she did, but regardless of the fact, I just feel like something with DOA and Murder B is going on behind the scenes that we don't know. You feel me? There's a comparison I can make, but I don't even want to speak on bro name. Not industry plant. I won't say industry plant, but I just feel like, feel me? I don't know. I feel like that 1.3 million she got isn't going straight to her.
Kicking it with this one gang, and then she started kicking it with the ops like right afterwards.
Yeah,
and he's like, that's how it goes down.
What do I know?
It's over with once you do that shit. It's over with, and it's so crazy
or whatever. And he told me, he's like, bro, but she was kicking it with this one gang, and then she started kicking it with the ops like right afterwards. And he's like, that's how it goes down.
Yeah, it's over with once you do that shit. It's over with, and it's so crazy because a lot of these females be doing that shit and it's be wicked. Like, and then when they get hurt or they get beat or they get milked or they get some shit like that, they wonder what the fuck happened. Like, you know what you doing? Like,
yeah,
that shit could get real dangerous. Like,
I don't speak on people that don't stand on business, and you feel me? You feel me? Like, if I do something and you feel me, something happens to me, I gotta stand on what I believe in, stand 10 toes, regardless of the fact. You feel me? Don't
you know, get something like that.
Nobody that didn't do that.
Happen. Like, you know what you're doing. Like,
yeah,
that shit could get real dangerous. Like, that shit could get real dangerous. Females be doing that shit and just be wicked. Like, and then when they get hurt or they get beat or they get milked or they get some shit like that, they wonder what the fuck happened. Like, you know what you're doing. Like,
yeah,
that shit could get real dangerous. Like, that shit could get real dangerous. A bitch could be fucking with you and then fuck with another nigga from the other side, or even put the other nigga in danger because she might fuck with you more. Now you find out you fuck with me, you want to go crazy. So yo, give me that nigga Addy, or he could do the same shit. Let me see his Addy, and that shit could turn into some whole other shit just over a whole female.
Yeah, because to them, a lot of them probably feel like that kind of thing couldn't happen to them. And at the end of the day, a lot of girls, their number one thing that they care about in the whole world is just dick. And like,
funny shit.
Like if there's a dick they want to suck, they're not gonna let.
I don't know. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say that because I don't know anybody's pockets, but it just feels like that type of situation. You feel me? We seen Murder B and Jamira. They were close before. Like we seen Tiny B, Jamira, and Murder B all be cool. So that she was around DOA. You feel me? But it's just like every time Murder B's name's brought up with anybody DOA associated with, they 100% down for her. You feel me? It just, I don't know. I feel like there's more to the story.
Number one thing that they care about in the whole world is just dick.
That's me, like
if
thinking out
there's
loud.
a dick they want to suck, they're not gonna let anything in the world stop them from. It don't matter if they have to pull up to a neighborhood that they know they probably shouldn't be in. They're gonna forget all about that. It's all about the dick. Because we're all like that, not about dick, but we're about that for the opposite, right? Like you would do some dumbass shit for some pussy, right?
Yeah, everybody had this shit before. Some dumb shit. Yeah. These females, bro, been going crazy lately, bro. This new generation, these bitches is wild.
I remember way back in the day when I was like 22, so we're talking like 17 years ago. I met this Puerto Rican girl from the Bronx at a bar in Brooklyn, and I started like hanging out with her, and she's coming, taking the train down to hang out with me, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna come up to the Bronx and like go to your area sometime. And she's like, I'm gonna be real with you. My brother is in a gang, and if you come around my neighborhood, him and his friends are gonna beat the shit out of you. And I was just
That's really how I used to go though. Like back in the day in the Bronx, in New York, period, you couldn't even walk through certain blocks. They just go beat your ass for no reason.
Yeah.
It's because you walking over there, right from there, you're gonna get your ass fucked up.
She's like, for real, like, she's like, they might not really want to fuck with you like that just because you're a white boy and stuff. But she's like, if you come around like you're my like hanging out with me, like she's like, it'll get real weird. Like you don't want to do that. And that's a big realization for me. Like, oh, okay, I'm just not going there ever.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like either way, sometimes like y'all be. Like as for me as white people, y'all be good, but like niggas don't fuck with y'all like that unless niggas want to rob and think they can do some shit like that, some crazy shit like that. But other than that, y'all be good. But black people, especially if you walk through there and they see you, they just go on your ass. It's just different. That's just how I used to be in the Bronx, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. What they call that shit? Like soap hate. You look at like, yeah. So that's what they be saying, bro. Like you feel me? You're a person of color. You see another person that's color, you're gonna get on top of them. You gonna you feel me? You see someone lighter skin tone than you, you gonna let them pass. They call that shit soap hate. I don't know.
Even if not.
No, I mean, I've seen it happen out here where I had a friend, Gabe, rest in peace, who we were riding BMX bikes all the time. And I totally forgot that he was like a Crip. And like, I wasn't from LA. Like, so when I came out here, I didn't know what that was going to be like. And one time we're riding around this area and he just spots some dude who to me looks like a regular ass bike dude. But Gabe just throws his bike on the ground, up in his face. Where you from? Where you from? And I'm just like, oh, like he has the fucking radar to be able to tell when somebody is like gang related.
Hell yeah.
And it just was like a big eye opener.
Yeah, hell, you should get tight. Sometimes it's like you wasn't even thinking about it like that till that shit really happened. Like shit get crazy, bro. Certain time shit happen out of nowhere in the Bronx, bro. Like shit, niggas go through everything out there, bro. That shit is like Cali and New York, like we the same but we different. For me.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, it feels like the Bronx is one place where you're just always hearing about something that you can't fucking believe.
The Bronx is just crazy. Yeah. A bunch of unbelievable shit happen out there. Even with babies, people killing babies. It's crazy shit out there. Like it's wicked shit, bro.
Terrible.
Anything happen out there.
Yeah.
Just jumping off buildings. It'd be crazy shit. It'd be like just crazy shit. Jumping off project buildings, 20 floors.
Right.
It'd be crazy shit going out there. Anything.
And there's one thing that everybody in New York always says that to me, as I get older, just seems more and more crazy. Is just we outside. That's like one thing that every rapper in New York wants to let you know is that they're outside. And I'm like, bro, these days you don't want to be outside like that. Like you should definitely just be in the crib as much as possible.
I'm telling bro, niggas be saying they outside. Niggas don't even be coming outside for their video shoots. Real shit. Niggas come out, you go over there, you spin through the block. That shit is dead. Like it's cold as fuck outside. Nobody's outside. Like niggas, bro. Niggas come outside when it's a video shoot. These niggas.
The fuck? I'm gonna be outside when it's 20 degrees out. Like, bro, come on.
You don't really be on that, bro. Like, if you get money, what the fuck you gonna be outside all day for?
Right.
On the block.
Because being outside is one of the best parts of New York. It's just like being out on the block, hanging out on the stoop or some shit. And that's one of the worst things is once you start to get some level of fame, is that all that shit is just not as simple as it used to be.
It's not what it used to be at all. It's like a lot of niggas be hating. It's a lot of hate, envy. You don't know who the fuck around that's hating on. Nigga be in your fucking circle. Or not even in your circle, just around niggas. That's in the circle. You know, projects, block parties, cookouts in the town. It should be active. It'd be a bunch of fucking people there. You don't know what's going on for me. Niggas be hating. So now when you get to a certain type of level, you gotta just move smarter.
Yeah.
You could always go back. Yeah, on the block, but you gotta know when to do it, know how to do it, be smart shit.
I went to Brooklyn for a week and I had like I didn't have to, but I was riding BMX bikes with the homies the whole time, and I hired a fucking 7.5 foot fool with a gun to just follow me around the whole time and just make sure we were good. Because I was just thinking, I'm like, there's mad rappers in Brooklyn I talk shit about. Like, you know, they could definitely figure out what the fuck is going on, and I don't want to be out here with no gun, nothing. So I mean, I just had to do it.
But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't think nothing like that would happen to you, bro. Niggas probably jump you or some shit if you talking shit about it, but I don't think they'd take it there.
But you want to know what made me actually think about it twice? Was I was on Math Hava's podcast and he was talking about 6ix9ine, and I referred to the fucking like his remember dudes from Bushwick they was rolling with for a little while. I called them boogers or some shit, or I just dissed them, and they acted like I said something crazy. And I was just thinking about, I'm like, I don't want to be in Brooklyn, like almost in their fucking neighborhood for a week. And just be rolling around butt naked.
That crazy, bro. They running around with a whole rat anyway, bro. Them niggas, that was crazy. They talking about that's the only rat they jacket. That was I would never expect no nigga to say that shit. That was fucking crazy, like, bro.
But then we never saw those dudes again. And that's why I want the answers. There's got to be some YouTuber that'll make a video about that. What happened to those dudes?
I don't know what time, right? I don't know.
Because that was a fun era.
6ix9ine probably ain't want to buy them niggas with Marys no more.
Something like that.
He bought them niggas. You see, he talking about he took them niggas shopping. All the niggas coming with Mary matching the Mary shit. You know 6ix9ine bought that shit.
Yeah. I mean, I believe that 6ix9ine was embarrassed by the way that they were talking on that podcast. In particular, like, that's the only rap we jagging. I think he realized at that moment, like, I can't really have these dudes around because they don't even know how to act. They don't know how to talk about me. They don't know how to.
Niggas still saying them in rap. Like, 6ix9ine be swinging. You know?
Like, what's the point of having these dudes around if they're going to basically be disrespecting you? Yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, I saw you getting into it with my boy BmgUpperClass the other day. How did this shit start?
Oh no, BMG, that nigga was just hating to me, bro. Like he thought I kid that because he said that he ain't fuck with the reaction. I didn't care about that. It was that he just kept like throwing mad comments, be throwing mad negative comments to my music, and like it's like no other reactors, no other people do that. So you just know when it's hate. Feel me, bro? Like you just know when it's hate, bro. Like it's like damn. I was like, bro, what's up with you? Like you mad old, bro? You're a grown ass man, bro. Just like reacting shit, say you'll fuck with the music. Don't be.
I don't be watching BMG, so I have no idea. You feel me? So that's true, but it's just the fact that like, bro, you know, BMG is like. He do be going overboard sometimes, but he never go overboard with like that reaction in particular that it felt like you had a problem with. And you feel me? You gotta understand it's a reactor, bro. You feel me? If he's hating, bro. Let the comments aside. You just don't need to call out no reactor. You feel me? Let him do his job. If he hating, he hating. You know what I mean? He don't bother you.
Say, oh, niggas just
bother your bag.
Shit, nigga, they going through the shit, I'm rapping and shit, you stopping my lyrics like, niggas, I say some shit about getting money, niggas think they get money, or he just like want to comment on everything, like, niggas just be weird, bro. I don't know, bro. It's like he never was even on that time before. Like, that nigga was a cool nigga before. Like, I don't know, bro. Niggas be acting weird. I think I'm not gonna say I got on live and I just said that nigga was on some hating shit, and he gonna come up with a whole shit talking about I told the nigga suck my dick. So I'm like, nigga, I didn't never say that. For me, like, I'm a fucking man, bro. If I told you suck my dick, I'm gonna tell you I said it. For me,
right.
I went on live with my fans. You know, I told him like, look at this nigga. He said I'm on some hating shit. I'm like, the first thing I went on live, I'm like, yo, look at this nigga. He said this fucking freestyle, my on the radar shit. He said that shit was whack. Nobody else said that shit. Everybody knows what's up with that shit. Like, for me, but he said it was whack. I'm like, he just was some hating shit. But I'm like, but look what he said. He just like kept making like negative ass comments and weird ass shit. And it's like, you doing that? You talking about you a reactor, but you making negative ass comments. You expect niggas not to say nothing. That's how he got into it with that other nigga, the little shy K nigga too. For me, niggas be arguing and niggas be thinking they expect to say something to niggas when niggas really in the streets and expect niggas not to say nothing back when they already know we disrespectful niggas anyway.
But it's kind of crazy because then like them as content creators, if they actually get a rapper to react, then that's just more content for them. That's like a feeding frenzy, right?
I ain't even worried about that shit. I ain't worried about niggas, bro. Niggas ain't on shit. Niggas ain't doing shit, bro. I'm good.
Man, yeah, he's in a tricky position though because he's actually like from Brooklyn. He's actually like kind of out there and stuff. And then like if he's having an opinion about something, but I bet you don't believe it because, or you don't respect it because I bet you think that there's a bunch of rappers that are trash that he's not talking about.
Yeah, hell yeah. He was being nigga.
That are way worse than you.
Hell yeah. He be, oh my god, this shit is fire. Oh my god, you gotta play this back. Like, come on, bro. It's like
it's gotta feel a little like, personal.
You feel, yeah, it's a little bit personal. Like even if you don't want to admit it, nah, it's something. Yeah. Probably because I ain't go on his show, so he wanted me to go on his Check the Temperature podcast, and I didn't get to go. Or something.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't really think of it like that, but maybe. But I don't know. Maybe BMG was like, I don't know. I guess it could be a situation like that where BMG was like, oh, he the people that's not gonna go on my podcast. You feel me? You feel me? Sneak this or you feel me? Throw a little jab at it and see if it stick. And with Kenzo Balla, I guess I end up sticking.
It's one thing because this is a weird new world we live in where you have like podcasters and YouTube creators and stuff who also are like from the streets, you know. And the most crazy example of it is Tax Stone because he was like the first cracking hip hop street podcaster, and then he allegedly catches a body over some shit that he was talking on his podcast, and it's been like 6 years and we still don't know like he still hasn't gone to trial. But that's the biggest example of like, oh, you're a podcaster, you're a content creator, but when you're also like really in the streets, shit can get like real complicated with you just saying your opinion on podcasts and shit.
Oh yeah. It's like, bro, just say, it's like certain shit that you can say. You don't gotta just say, oh, even if you say this shit whack, I don't care. But just throwing extra, like, I don't know, bro, just like some weird shit. Bro.
Nah, I kind of know what Kenzo Ball is saying. I haven't watched BMG in like a couple years, not gonna lie. Like, I tune in like 1 or 2 videos here and there. Just randomly, if I see it, if you recommend it to me, most of the time I stay out the way. You feel me? Because I'm a reactor. I don't want to like watch his reaction. Oh, he said something. I accidentally say that in my next video while I'm reacting to that same rapper. But regardless of the fact, I know we talk about BMG. BMG do be like going a little overboard sometimes. Make slick comments here and there. I know what he's talking about. But that's still nothing to get that Kenzo Bull should get mad at. You feel me?
I feel you. But in general, it's kind of crazy because you got a lot of different like characters out there in terms of like almost drill content creators, like people making videos like Booba and all these other people who are, you know, some of them are talking shit about the rappers. Somebody like Booba is like showing love and just making funny shit with the rappers. So people like actually appreciate him and stuff. But then there's a lot of people who are critical of him. Like, how do you feel about that whole new space? Because a lot of them are like people you probably went to high school with. Let's be real.
Nah, yeah, people like, for me, the content creators, bro, it's like they just trying to find a way to like, for me, have fun with this shit and bring a different light to the drill shit. For me, even with the drill artists, for me, it's just like bringing a different light, showing everybody got a little bit of personality somewhere. For me, and just showing like everybody got fun. Even with content creators and drill rappers get together, they can make some shit and just make a vibe for the audience. For me, and that's what Booba, for me, Booba and them, they make funny shit. For me, we vibe with them. For me, of course, like in the beginning, niggas like, oh, these niggas probably going a little bit too crazy, but it's like once you vibe with the shit, just like whatever, bro.
You would let him put you in a thumbnail with your ops, like a picture from Google of your ops, and it's like playing fucking the ops music in front of him.
Oh yeah, niggas, they was doing play the ops music, but at that time they wasn't putting the pictures when I was for me doing that shit.
Because he makes it look like y'all in the same car or whatever.
With Booba in the few, so I know he gonna do that shit all the time.
Yeah, because at first when I seen that, I couldn't believe it because I don't think that shit would fly in LA. I feel like it would just, I don't know, maybe it would, maybe, but the gang shit is so serious out here. I feel like nobody in LA would even joke around about it like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But have you ever seen something that Booba was doing, thought it was like maybe a little bit too close and it might get somebody hurt?
Yeah, of course. Hell yeah. It's like everybody always make a mistake. Everybody always make mistakes. And certain shit you might do might be a little bit too. Everybody make mistakes. Everybody say some shit or do some shit that they really expect. For me, it's always something. But for me, as far as that, everybody always got some shit. But yeah, hell yeah, I definitely see some shit. I'm like, probably gotta chill because that shit could go. You don't know how somebody else could feel about that shit.
Okay, for sure. So, okay, Flacco was putting me on to all the mixy ass questions, and he told me that there was basically like a show, or I don't know if it was like a show, or a radio show, or a performance show with BlockWork, and people were giving you a hard time because of the fact that you're supposed to have some kind of beef with him, and it didn't get brought up or whatever. Like, what was the deal with that situation?
For me, we was performing at Drill Nation and shit. Shout out 4-1 and all that. For me, popped out and shit. For me, I was on the flyer. I already seen the little nigga was on the flyer or whatever. But you know, for me, at that time, that nigga wasn't even on no beef shit. Remember, that's when that nigga was talking about he not beef with nobody. He post stats. I don't beef with DOA, nobody. For me, but I was still on time. And he called.
That is crazy, bro. That BlockWork literally posted, "I'm not DOAK. I don't have no beef with DOA because I never seen them in real life." I completely forget about that shit. That was literally what BlockWork said. And then he gonna talk about like when I seen Kenzo Ball, he wasn't on that. Be talking crazy now. It's why I just like, bro. It's the goofy shit.
Show and shit like that. To call him, like, try to, you know, when a person called me, like, yo, we don't want no problems and shit like that. Now he had the managers or call him, like, the managers, KR and the managers, 4 managers already confirmed it. Like, I don't got to keep talking to him. Like, for me, he just want no problem. Like, bro, I want to beef with nobody. Bro, I got no style. I might even know gang. He was jacking. Oh, he beefing with Eat Baby. He beefing with Naughty. He beefing with Shy K. Beefing with all these niggas that now all of a sudden he fuck with. I'm jacking RP9. Like, niggas be weird, bro. So either way, I came to the show, for me. When I came to the show, I walked in, shit's mad crowded and shit. I spot him in the back and shit. When I spot him, for me, I guess, you know, once as soon as niggas walk in the room together, they gonna know to make a video. For me, I spot the nigga, and once I spot the nigga, I turn back around, he was gone. When I performed, like, for me, he left when I came, though. For me, that's what happened for me. But it's not like we did see each other for that little second. For me,
right?
Anything could happen. For me, we did see each other for that little second. For me, it was just crowded. Mad shit was going on. By the time I turned back around, because I came when I was going on stage. Time I turned back around, that nigga was gone. For me, that nigga wasn't even on no beat time anyway. That nigga wasn't Jack. He was a fucking civilian.
Right.
So it was like, this nigga's pussy, bro. He called his mad cops at this shit. They got hip hop police at this shit. Mad extra shit. So they already knew what was going on, especially because they know what's going on with the drill shit. So they like, we're gonna have this nigga in the show and this nigga in the show. So we already know what's going on. Because once I came already, they was checking us crazy at the door, searching all of us crazy, patting us down crazy before we even got in. Then they had to walk us into the back. So it's like, that shit was just crazy. It was mad people. And we had that shit in New York. So it was like, they wouldn't even get drill shows out there.
Right. Yeah. And that's
literally,
the thing. Like, if you got in a fist fight at a show like that, I feel like New York cops are never letting you fucking perform anywhere ever again.
We would have definitely got arrested because they was inside the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were inside.
You're gonna have to go to Delaware and Jersey and shit if you want to play shows after that. Like, it's
either way, but that nigga is pussy, bro. Like, that nigga's a bitch, bro. Like, he wasn't on shit, bro. He was Jackie, went no beef. He posted statuses for please don't like the post. Say he don't beef for DOA. He not smoking. Nobody does. It's like, that nigga's delusional, bro. Something wrong with that nigga, bro. Real shit.
I swear.
Now, once the 4 niggas disowned him and shit like that, and realized that nigga's a bitch, and the bros say that they always tell me, like, we regret saving that nigga that night.
Really?
For me, because they had a kind of bond with the BlockWork nigga, and I had a bond with them, for me. So I did, for me, I didn't really want to vibe with the respect for them, like, but even besides the cop shit, for me, it was like, I really wanted to do something to that little nigga, but it was just like, for me, niggas gotta make this bread, niggas gotta do this for me, do this show, and just make a movie. But I mean, I already knew when I came, though, he wasn't gonna stay there. And I knew if I would have been in the show, though, and he would have stayed, if we would have been in the show together the whole time, something would have happened for a fact, though.
Right.
I just know myself, like, not even if it was not me, I know my niggas, feel me? Because they was already on that time from the beginning, like.
Right. Damn.
And I had to tell him, like,
it's got to be such a tricky spot to be in as you, because it's like on one hand you're just trying to build a career and get this money and stuff, but then on the other hand the fans, like, even if nothing happened at all, like, the fans are still gonna have videos of y'all in the same room. Actually, that's exactly what happened. Is that then people got theories about exactly what happened and who was ducking who, and it's just so much pride wrapped up in it that it's just like it's crazy. And that's why whenever, like, so often you see a rapper pop up,
and it just be like, it'd be annoying because the fans be the main ones trying to egg on his beef and be like, damn, like, Kenzo Balla didn't do shit with BlockWork. He's seen him, he didn't do shit. He's a bitch. But there'll be the same fans that saying, oh shit, Kenzo Balla did this at the show when he got arrested. He crashed out. You feel me? So it's like there's no winning in this shit, bro. This shit crazy.
Off out of New York City is just they.
But I also do believe you gotta stand on all 10. You feel me? Whatever you believe in, you hopped into this shit. You feel me? Someone spoke on your dads. You see them. You feel me? It's what you signed up for. But I'm not saying it like that. You feel me? I'm glad Kenzo Balla still got his freedom and still, you feel me, did his thing and stayed out the way and continues to do that.
They either get locked up or they get killed fucking so quickly within the first couple years of their career. So that's why the we outside shit really just sounds crazy to me at this point.
Fuck that. They should have did that. But you know, when niggas get booked, you be the main.
So much pride wrapped up in it that it's just like, it's crazy. And that's why whenever, like so often when you see a rapper popping off out of New York City, it's just they either get locked up or they get killed fucking so quickly within the first couple years of their career. So that's why the we outside shit really just sounds crazy to me at this point.
Fuck that. They should have did that. But you know, when niggas get booked, you be the main niggas come like, these niggas crashed out. They dumb. They enjoy. They crashed out. They had a career.
I swear, I ain't never watched this interview before. That's exactly what
they should have did that. But you know, when niggas get booked, you be the main niggas come like, these niggas crashed out. They dumb. They enjoy. They crashed out. They had a career. They should have did this. They should have did that. But those be the same niggas that be telling you to crash out for me.
Right, definitely. So how'd you get cool with the 41 dudes?
Full one for me and KR for me. We was talking to shit. Yeah, hit me up in the summer. He was talking about we got to work and shit. I was like, definitely for me. I was fucking with his shit.
I'm not gonna lie.
With my shit.
I've been listening to them more than any other rappers out the Bronx. And that's why when they were like,
crazy though, he from Brooklyn.
I know. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. But then when I found it, because I got that explained to me by your ops were on here the other day. They explained that whole dynamic and everything. But I don't know. Like I feel like Kyle and Jen and shit, like they actually are really dope. And when I seen that you had music with them, that's what made me really want to interview you at first. Yeah,
they dope gangster. They different. I ain't gonna lie. For me, we all bonded off the music shit because we all know we different with this music shit. This just so we just all bonded on the music level.
Right.
Like today we just dropped some shit. Me, C Blue, KR, Jen, Tata, feel me, D Bills. We just dropped something with K-Song from FaZe. Yeah, we just did like a collab shit, a whole video, all that.
Did you do a whole video with him?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It was different.
That's dope.
Yeah, FaZe had unproduced the beat with Cos Figure and shit like that.
Oh okay.
That was fire. We did a little.
Oh, Cos Figure.
That's fine. That's good to hear. Definitely. So what's up with having like essentially the same name as Kenzo B? How's that going?
You know, it's so crazy, bro. Like that's everybody know that's been my name. I don't know what made her want to put her name out. Feel me?
Really?
Like honestly, bro. And it's so crazy, bro. I had her on Facebook mad long, bro. Our girl name is Aaliyah, bro. My name is Aaliyah J. When my name is Kenzo Balla. You heard?
Right.
Not even trying to be on no funny shit.
Damn. Oh, that's why a couple of days ago Kenzo B posted to her story like old like screenshots of Facebook saying this been my name. I thought she was talking about Maya Kenzo. Like we got too many Kenzos, bro. I'm confused. But regardless of the fact, I thought she was talking about Maya Kenzo. I guess she wasn't. I guess she was responding to Kenzo Balla's. You feel me? Post or interview.
My name is Aaliyah, bro.
That's crazy.
My name is Aaliyah J. When my name is Kenzo Balla. You heard?
Right.
Not even trying to be on no funny shit. She know the real gangster.
Yeah.
Like her name is not no damn Kenzo B, but I guess she wanted to use that. But that been my name for years. You go 4 years back on a music video. My name is Kenzo Balla. Feel me? My name never changed. That been my name. And that was way before she even thought about rapping.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, that's just kind of tricky. Do you think she should change it?
Yeah. I'm about to copyright that shit.
It's weird though because it's like I guess it's different enough that maybe you couldn't copyright it, but it's also so similar that I can imagine being confusing to a lot of people.
All my fans, everybody used to call me Kenzo B too for short.
Right.
It's like now I don't want them calling me that.
Right.
Because that's her.
Yeah.
That's what she wanted Jack now.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. That's exactly like, bro. Like I just can't. Like I used to just call him Kenzo. Like can't do that shit now. There's 3 Kenzos now. Like I can say Maya for Maya Kenzo, and then Kenzo B, I gotta say Kenzo B, and then Kenzo Balla, I gotta say Kenzo Balla, the whole name. You feel me? I do understand that.
But nobody calling me because no Balla, Kenzo B for sure. Everyone my friends call me. I used to say Kenzo B on the track, and no, I don't even want to say that no more. Like it's like it's a turn off. Like
weird. I remember when rappers weren't allowed to have the same name.
Nah, no
a lot has changed.
Bro, New York is different, bro.
That's a female. Like,
weird. I remember when rappers weren't allowed to have the same name.
Nah, no
a lot has changed.
Shit different. If it was a nigga, I would have applied that pressure, but that's a female. Anyway,
she's supposed to come on here at some point so I can press her about where the name came from.
Yeah.
Maybe she can change it to her first name, Aaliyah B.
Yeah, right.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
it is. That was the name that was on Facebook. I know that.
All right. So this is also a Flacco question right here. A girl went on IG Live and says that you ate her ass and your designer is fake. What was that situation about? That's the definitive Flacco question right there.
Yo, bro. You know bitches be lying, bro. You know bitches be saying, and you know bitches be hating when you want to fuck with them and shit like that. It was a situation when some bitches mad I didn't want to fuck with her and shit like that. She just wanted to be in a relationship. I'm like, bitch, you're not even like, and you know that was a bitch from the other side too. So you know that's why I say you gotta watch these bitches, bro. These bitches be fucking with ops for me.
Right.
And that was for me before I was even for me. I had a bitch. I got a bitch at that time, but that was before for me. I was fucking with that bitch before my new bitch for me.
Okay.
So it was like at that time for me. So when that bitch just wanted to, you know, bitches be making up anything for me. My designer far from fake for me. I don't gotta really cap on that for me. Everybody know what I do in them stores. So, but that bitch is a bozo for me. Nobody care about that bitch. You know, bitch. Everybody, I don't know, bro. It's like when you get famous, you get certain clout. Like you just be seeing unbelievable shit. Niggas be hating, bitches be hating.
Right.
You know, trying to say anything.
Crazy as fuck.
Trying to for me kill your character, but you gotta just keep your shit going. You gotta focus on that.
Do you feel like her saying you ate her ass killed your character? Is that like a vile accusation in your mind?
I ain't never eat no ass a day in my motherfucking life.
What? Why not?
Nah, bro, because I just ain't do it.
You're too young. You'll get into it.
I ain't do it yet. I ain't never said I won't get
into it. You gotta get old and
freaky,
my friend.
I don't know. I never said I won't get into it, but I know damn well I ain't do it yet.
Right. And that's only for like your wifey.
Yeah, hell yeah, definitely.
Definitely don't want to be
Yeah,
doing
okay.
that.
I probably will eat my bitch ass.
Yeah. Enjoy
You never know.
the entirety of it.
You never know. Hold on.
For sure.
I know you, Adam.
Oh yeah.
You be knocking them the fuck down.
I'm not the one to ask. Yeah. I'm all in
You be
on
knocking
everything.
shit down. I ain't gonna talk on you, gang. You got it.
Yeah. I got issues.
Yeah, you got it.
So what's the next project that you're dropping, or what's the game plan?
The next project is even gonna drop at the end of this month or the beginning of next month. For me, I want to come out with another project already for me because
Yeah, I don't think it's as accurate, but damn. See, there's some shit I don't think Flacco would have asked, bro. Like this one, I'm trying to really see like when the music.
For sure. I know you, Adam.
Oh yeah,
You knocking him the fuck down.
I'm not the one to ask.
It's a good ass
I'm all
interview.
in on
I'm
that.
fucking with
I
this.
ain't gonna talk on you, gang. You got it.
Yeah, I got issues.
Yeah, you got it.
So what's the next project that you're dropping, or what's the game plan?
My next project is either gonna drop at the end of this month or the beginning of next month. For me, I want to come out with another project already. For me, because I dropped Mr. Ready to Blitz and I dropped Mr. Ready to Blitz Deluxe. For me,
It's too soon.
2022 for me. And
I think it's gonna be a while, bro. I think it's gonna be months. You feel me? You signed to a label. The label not gonna push out another project already. Maybe because of trending shit. But I think they're gonna throw out a lot of singles right now. I think April, May, June, around that time, or maybe later. I would say the summer he's probably gonna drop another project. Just because how the label works. I see a rapper come up, try to drop a project where like every time they say they want to drop this project at this time, it's like add 6 months of that shit, add 3 months of that shit, bro. It's always delayed.
just for me,
it's never before.
I'm trying to just flood them with like 3-4 drops of music, videos and shit like that, and then hit them with another album. For me,
That's what's up. So when you put out these projects, though, how much of it do you ideally want to experiment on versus doing your more classic drill shit?
I ain't gonna lie. Now I be really want to do half and half, like half of the heartfelt shit and half of the drill shit, give them both sides. But sometimes maybe I want to put a little bit more heartfelt or a little bit more drill. Just depends on how I'm feeling at the time.
Right.
For me,
Like he dead ass in the deluxe. He had a Ray Balla song that was a rock and roll type beat. You feel me? It was like it wasn't like a rock and roll like heavy metal shit, but it was like it had like rock and roll elements to it.
I think this next project I'm gonna have is probably gonna have more.
I ain't fuck with it all like that, but I'm just glad like he did some different
Felt shit on it.
Okay.
For me, just to show them like a different type of fact. Like, I'm gonna have to tap into it. Like I ain't always gonna give y'all drill shit.
Because if you got like a crossover type record that could really hit, then that might be like the biggest thing that ever happened to you. So I feel like you got to keep working on that style too, because that shit like has the potential to go way bigger than a lot of the drill shit, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Hell yeah. That's what I've been trying to do. I'm just trying to get this shit so we can really go mainstream for real, and off the drill culture.
Definitely,
that'll be a whole different vibe.
But how differently do you move at this point? Or are you trying to not be in the Bronx at all anymore?
I mean, like, bro, I'm always in the Bronx still. For me, I always be out there. For me, it's like, for me, I always stay in the Bronx. So it's like, I'll be out there. For me, it's just like I shoot my videos out there. I still got my niggas out there, certain niggas. I still got certain family out there. So I always touch down, but I make sure I ain't gonna be out there all day on the block and shit like that. For me, like how I used to, like how I'm used to doing.
Yeah.
For me, gotta move a certain way now.
Makes sense. For sure. Well, I'm fucking with the music, and I appreciate you coming on, man.
Hell yeah, bro. I've been watching this shit forever, bro. I've been watching No Jumper for years, bro, on my TV, bro.
Appreciate it, dude.
Bro, anybody in my crib, that's all I fucking watching, No Jumper, bro. No funny shit, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
When
Maybe
I
just smash the
glazed
button for that.
No
Nah, I'm
shit,
just
bro.
playing.
Shit is active, bro.
Appreciate that, man.
Blessing, bro.
That means a lot, honestly. Like every time I realize that the new generation has a lot of respect for the platform, that just makes me feel like, oh, all right, all this fucking time and effort has actually been worth it, you know?
For me, fuck all the ops though, bro. I ain't really gonna keep getting on no crazy shit. But fuck y'all niggas. Y'all niggas know what's up with me, man.
Hey,
Y'all niggas know the face of this shit, man.
so are you really balling? You want to hit the basketball machine out there?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I was looking at that shit when I first came in. No funny shit. That's the funny part, bro. But you know what's up, bro. Like, I'm just trying to take this shit to a whole new level, 2023, bro. I'm trying to just go crazy, bro. Feel me?
For sure. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. And
I appreciate you for having me up here too.
I wish that Flacco could
Shout
have
out
been
Flacco,
here.
bro. I wish Flacco was here, bro.
So he could ask his
you have that
filthy,
energy extra crazy.
dusty ass questions.
questions.
Yeah.
No, Flacco, man. I'm gonna have to tap it again, bro. Just so us two, if you want to do it, man, just hit me.
I like
Gangsta.
it. You do a foot race too.
Some crazy
You think
shit.
you could outrun him?
Shit. I ain't gonna lie.
He's a big guy. I got asthma. He outran a girl who worked here and she fucking fell and ate shit. And that was the last
I
time
be
that he
watching
had a
the
race.
vlogs too. Y'all be going
Oh, you
crazy.
seen that?
Nah, y'all be watching all that shit, bro. I swear, bro.
Shout out Gina.
Shit, shout out 82, man. I be seeing him. Shout out 80. I ain't see 80 hit, but for
Oh,
me,
yeah.
watching shit
He'll
too.
be here later, but
Definitely.
like 4 hours later. Yeah.
All right, bet.
All right, appreciate you, man. Thanks so much.
Appreciate
Bang. No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, OnlyFans, Instagram, etc. Like, comment, and subscribe.
That was a good ass interview, bro. And he had like the questions, just like I said earlier with the notes. You feel me? He asked them. It was a good interview. I ain't no Flacco, but you feel me? Sometimes he be wildin'. Kenzo's really putting DOA on his back. He slept on, and I love his music, bro. Like, I really hope like he slept on just stops being mentioned, bro. Cause he just needs to blow up. Not saying like it's bad, but he just needs to stop being slept on. Kenzo's the only one that DOA that's really putting DOA on his back, keeping KK name ringing. I really want Kenzo to make it. He's so underrated. Kenzo deserves to be on that K-Flag level, bro. Since he stepped foot into the scene, his foot been on the gas, hasn't stopped evolving as an artist, and keeps experimenting with new sounds and challenging himself. That's what separates him from everybody else in the scene, to me, aside from just talent and rap ability. That's a fact, bro. None but facts.